I work also with another man of God in Abuja. His name is Pastor Kolawole Olobashola. Pastor Kolawole Olobashola is the General Overseer of Better Faith Apostolic Mission, Abuja FCT. I was posted to Suleja, Kwamba precisely, Niger State. I stayed with him 2018. I stayed 6 months. I noticed manipulation, emotional blackmail, backbiter. I noticed a lot of atrocity inside the church. I noticed a lot of politics inside the church. I noticed a lot of drama. I pray and I pray, I pray. I look like a wounded lion. I look as if I want to fight a battle, physical battle. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. There was one experience that happened to me the day he came to pronounce me as the man, the senior pastor of the branch. Something strange happened. After he poured oil on us, about 3, 4, 5 of us, that week I could not get myself. I had serious headache, serious pain all over my body. But the Holy Spirit began to speak. How can you allow? How could you allow yourself? How could you allow someone that you senior spiritually to lay hands on you? That is why we should be very, very careful on who lay hands on us. We should be very careful. All the time I stay with Apostle Igafe Innocent, I never felt anything. Every impartation I receive have use, have purpose. Every prayer I receive have what is called manifestation. Yes, they did. They actually did. They actually did. Everything that happened, they actually did. Actually did. So, I have to go and pray to God. I pray, seriously pray to God. I say, Father, this thing, how do I continue from here? This thing that is happening. The Lord opened my eyes, and the Lord, with the help of some other men of God, I was able to understand God's plans on my life, God's purpose on my life. Then I started praying. I went again to stay under the leadership of another woman of God. Same in Abuja. Same in Abuja. I think the church is located in Asokoro. Under the leadership of one prophetess, under the leadership of prophetess Esther, Queen Esther Anthony, General Overseer, Higher Favor Intercontinental Church, Asokoro. I stayed with her, and she said, I want you to work with me. I said, no, I can't work with you. A lot of things happened. Later, drama started, one way or the other. But God said to me, I have not finished with you. When God is dealing with you, He will make you, He will allow you to go through crisis. He will allow you to go through pain. He will allow you to see, to move from one location to another in order for you to have experience, because the labor, the work ahead is great. The work ahead is great. That's where we are today. Then, I got married 2022. Fast forward, I finally got the full conviction, the boldness to start up this church, Divine Chapel of Grace and Love Assembly. I hold my first program in Enugu State, 2024. I must say it was a great experience because how the money came to host such program, it was God. How I got the fund, how I got the money was all God. But to God be the glory. The program became successful, everything went well, and I returned back. But while I finished the program, this is where the misery began. I was supposed to remain in Enugu. I was never supposed to return to Abuja. I pray, asking God, say, Lord, now the Lord was quiet. The Lord was silent. He didn't say anything. I pray, God, what are you saying? What do you want me to do? The Lord was quiet. After the program in Enugu, I stayed for some days. Then I have to return back to Abuja. Why I returned back to Abuja? Jesus. This was when God started talking. Say, you will remain in Enugu. While I was silent, I was testing you to see if you could detect that I wanted to speak to you. When God is silent, that means he is working on you. When God is silent, he's definitely working something. We need to understand and know that, yes, God's silence is not for him to abandon us. His silence is not for abandonment. His silence is not for neglecting. His silence simply means, wait for me. I didn't wait. While I was in Abuja, he started talking about Enugu. He said, you need to go back to Enugu and start up the work of God. You need to go back to Enugu and start up my work. I look up and I look at how do I start? How do I move? How do I continue? What am I going to do? The Lord said something. He said, the Lord said, finally moved to Enugu. So, and finally moved to Enugu. While I was in Enugu, the Lord started working. He started working on me. He started from where he stopped.